It's a David Bowie fan, and there are millions out there, I think. Now, being very serious for a moment, this is on the front page of the Herald, Saturday's Herald in Melbourne. It is quite disgusting. What happened was there was a lead-up to the Kiss concert in Melbourne where people were queuing for days, young kids were queuing for days outside, and some hoons decided to come around, disrupt the whole thing, and cause fights, throw bottles and everything else like that. All I can say is, we're a very lucky country as far as Australia is concerned. We've never been war-torn. We don't need violence in this country. We can set the example for the rest of the world. And all you hoons that want to sort of, you know, start throwing the fists and everything else like that, why don't you keep it in your own living room, right? If you want to do that, keep it in your own living room. Either that or get out of the country, okay? But please, everyone in Sydney and Brisbane and Adelaide, please cool it, because Kiss are pretty disgusted about it as well. They're only a rock group. They want to entertain you, and they don't want to see this sort of thing, all right? The one Kiss member that is not here in Australia at the moment is Peter Criss, so we caught up with him in America and asked him what he was doing. So we've got Peter on the phone, who I spoke to earlier this week. Peter, take it over. The decision to leave Kiss, was that a hard one?
Well, I thought about it for quite some time, and after having a major successful hit like that, and then I did a solo album. I was up for 2 Grammys.
Right.
I started wondering, and I got a lot of fan letters of fans saying I should do more, and how come they don't hear enough of me? And I thought about it for a while, and I said, God, you know, I'd hate to be 40 someday and say, did I make it on makeup and theatrics, or could I have made it on my talent? You know, because I'm a drummer, but I'm also a composer and writer and singer. I kind of got tired of playing the hard stuff, and I felt it wasn't fair to them or myself if I wasn't going to give everything. And Kiss is they're a powerful group. They love heavy metal, and you know, they gave a shot with Beth, and God, it was the biggest hit I think they'd ever had.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, it seemed that they, you know, kind of went back to the heavy metal and kind of forgot about that song, and it was frustrating a little. I loved it in the early days. Those are the greatest days.
Right.
But as it kept going on, I started getting tired of it, and I thought it was time for a change. And I think the '80s is time for a change.
All right. Well, with the guys in the country at the moment, have you got any message for them?
I wish them the best. I really do.
Well, there you go. We've done the impossible. We've got all 5 Kiss members on the show, and it's really hard to imagine that Peter's actually cut his hair and is growing a beard, but we'd like to thank Peter. Listen, the more I think about it, the more I'm disgusted that this has all happened in Melbourne, all this fighting and everything else like that, and I just, as I say, look, you know, leave it out of this country, please. We don't need that sort of thing, or any violence in this country.
Well, after an overnight